Okay guys, in the previous video we have sent the normal buffer of full A's into the application, but in this video we are going to see how to determine the stack size. This is not any important video but a helpful tip. Sometimes, okay, let me first run the program so that my program will overflow. Now you can see my program has been overflow with A's, and if you go down the stack and you can see lot of A's in there, but there are also null bytes here. It means that our buffer may end here. So the tip I am going to tell is we need to determine how many bytes after the ESP has been loaded into the memory. Now why to find this means, if you are in future videos we are going to press the shellcode here, it roughly takes 300 or 330 bytes. So you may, if you think that there is no enough space, or if you got any doubt and you have to check the stack size, blindly putting the shellcode at ESP will not work sometimes, because the stack size may be 200 bytes but your shellcode may be 300 bytes. So that's why the shellcode will be truncated, and you will simply press the shellcode at ESP and you will say jump ESP and you will execute the shellcode at here. Then you may not able to figure out why your code is not working. In that case, to avoid those situations, first basic step is to find the stack size to say how many bytes it's holding. One simple way to do is, you notice the address of here, it says B8FA5C, and you go down all the way to the bottom and you notice this address and you subtract them. After subtraction you will see the size of the stack. But another way I am going to tell is, you double click on this address. It says that dollar and arrow mark, it is the relative to this address. And if we go down here, it says $+4. It means that current address, and this address plus 4 gives the relative address. The addresses have been changed to the relative state, so that if a dollar is representing this address and $+4 is the next address, and $+8 is the next second address, and like that. In that case, you can all scroll down to the bottom and you can see $+164. And if we convert 164 into decimal, 164 is in hexadecimal, and if we convert into decimal you can see 356 bytes. Okay, that's more than enough. Okay, that's enough correctly. And you can also increase the buffer size of A's and see if these are all null bytes changes to A's, or these will be as null bytes. So even though these bytes does not change, we have 356 bytes, we can manage with that. So this is one way of looking at determining the stack size. This may be not be important for now, but in some applications it will be useful, and we will also see those applications in the future videos.